Brooks Koepka, you really stuck it to me this weekend. You were winning by one after round two. This ridiculous weather, whatever happened in Atlanta around three, is where it all fell apart. The guy's a man of routine. He likes to put in his 18 holes, shoot 2 to 3 under, dominate, and get the hell off the course. But the rain, they only got 5 holes in. Comes in Sunday morning. At the end of the round three, he's ahead by 1 stroke going into the last round. I'm feeling confident and cocky, thinking about even betting some more on him. But alas, it was not to be. First time he's faltered in the final day with the lead. I didn't see that one coming. But thankfully he's won me a lot of money already. Damn Rory McIlroy walked away with it. Thankfully it wasn't close. I'd be even more pissed if he lost by a stroke on the last hole. It was pretty much over by the turn on Sunday, so it didn't stress me out too much. I kind of threw in the towel. Overall, Brooks won me some money. It was a good golf season in 2019. I did enjoy it. That's definitely the most I've ever bet on golf. If I've ever bet on golf before, I don't know. That was enjoyable, though. Brooks, my man. Except for this past weekend. But anyways, you were right there, too. So, thankfully, it was week 0 of college football, whatever week 0 is. But week 0, there were 2 games. And guess what? I bet on both games. And guess what? Won on both. And so did Cookie. So let's end this golf season of 2019 before we go to the Masters in 2020. Let's end it on a good note, and let's review how I did in my first college football betting weekend at the Turf Club in Philadelphia. So there were 2 games this weekend to bet on. First of all, we had Miami at Florida, and then we had Arizona at Hawaii. The Miami-Florida line was around 7.5. And I was just going to take the points. I took the underdogs in both. However, when I went up there to place my bet, it was minus 141. I've never seen a VIG this big. Usually 120, 125 at the most. And this wasn't the very first game, at the very first time, an opportunity for me to bet a college football game in Pennsylvania. I absolutely, out of principle, would not have bet it. But out of a greater principle of being the very first bet, I had to bet it. So you can see I had to bet $71 to win 50. Well, that's a ridiculously high vig. At least I got an extra point out of it. And the great thing about this game, all 60 minutes, Miami covered. Normally a game like this, I'll have them cover for 59.5 minutes, and then they blow it at the end. And the game was a little boring. Miami had the lead. They were losing 7-3, then they took the lead for a little while. But that last 2 minutes was pretty crazy. They got the ball, and all I saw in my head is way too many bad beats as I've seen in my life is a pick 6 that guy was going to throw. And twice, I think on 4th downs, they converted a long 4th down on a penalty. So it just kept this pick 6 opportunity alive where Florida couldn't just kneel on it and end it. Miami just kept going and going, and they almost ended up winning. But thankfully, Miami did the job and won me that. And then my favorite bets, Hawaii. Let me tell you why I love Hawaii and why I always go with them on the island and against them when they're on the continental 48. Here is my island theory. Those that go to Hawaii or from Hawaii, they don't know anything different than how great Hawaii is. All of us in the continental 48, I've never been to Hawaii, but I imagine in my head that it's a great place. It's a place to vacation, great weather, great food, great people, great surf, beach, all that good stuff that you put with a vacation. What's the one thing you don't think of doing when you're out there? Work. Do a job. You know, all the coaches, when they go over there, are saying, we're here to do a job. And those kids are 18, 19 years old. They're just ecstatic to get out of their city and state, which they probably never even left in their entire life. Especially if there's someone from like Montana or Wyoming. They've never even seen warm weather like this. So whenever someone goes to Hawaii, I always take Hawaii. Always, always, always. Because it's a vacation for the team that's coming to visit. Plus, it's a 6-hour plane ride minimum from California. So it's a long ways away. You got some jet lag. Now, why I don't take Hawaii in the continental 48, it always seems to get blown out, mainly because of that jet lag. That's a long journey, especially if they got to go to the Midwest or to the East. Last year, or a year ago, they went to East Carolina. It's like, that's ridiculous. That's a long flight. So that's the main reason. That's my Hawaii island theory. Whenever in Hawaii, bet on the island, because the team they're playing is not in football mode. They are in resort, vacation, go to the beach, check out the bikinis, let's get on a boat, and let's go do some surfing. Let's eat some conch shells, Let's do the aloha parties, all that stuff. Maybe they'll worry about what to do on a 3rd and 3 when they're an I back formation. What's the team's tendency? They're not going to remember any of that because they're drinking pina coladas the whole damn day. Anyways, that's my Hawaii theory. And now let's recap that Hawaii game. Instantly, they were up 14-0. That was fantastic. So there we go. I'm already up 24.5 points. And that quarterback was crazy. He got benched. He threw 4 touchdowns and 4 picks or 5 picks. Crazy game, back and forth. Arizona almost tied it there at the end. They got tackled at the 1. I don't think there's any way, if even it went to overtime, that Hawaii would not have covered, but who knows? I've had bad beats before where some crazy system could have happened where Arizona could have covered 10.5 in an overtime. If anyone it would happen to me. But I'm 2-0. Cookie also took the same teams. She's 2-0. So we're off to a great start here in week 0. And now we're going to go and see what's available in week 1. So that was a recap of a very successful opening weekend. 120 minutes of game time, 120 minutes of full covering my bets, which I can almost guarantee will not happen again for the rest of the year. So guess what? I'm going to enjoy it, and I am, and Cookie is too. So that's it. It's Tuesday. We got some full slate of games starting on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and a game or two Sunday and Monday. My alma mater, Georgia Tech, is a 36-point underdog against Clemson. Staying away from that one. Georgia Tech is pretty terrible. But there is a UCLA-Cincinnati game I got some interest in because I despise Chip Kelly on Thursday night. And there might be a Friday game or a Saturday game or two that I also like. So I'll update something on Thursday, let you know what I bet and what I like. And then we'll see what Cookie likes. And we'll see where we go from there. Happy betting.